If your Numenera game's gotten a little stale, have you bought the core rule book either back when it first came out or you backed the Kickstarter? You've been a part of this thing from the beginning. You've been the person that's been going out telling your friends, you really need to play this game. This game's awesome. But by this point, you've played through just about everything in this book. You've made characters, you've made NPCs, you've done all sorts of outrageous adventures in the game, but you've just about seen and done enough there, and you're wanting a little bit more. Now, you could go to do another Cypher game, but you really like the setting of Numenera. So what do? Well, this month, Monte Cook Games just released Character Options 2, which is a small supplement to the core rulebook and their first Character Options 1. In it, you'll find all sorts of new descriptors, new foci, all sorts of things that can just beef up the number of options that are available when you're going to make a character. Not only that, if you've been kind of limited and you've played plenty of characters and the basic classes that are in the core rulebook, there's now 2 new classes for you to try. You've got the Glint, who's more of like the people person kind of guy. He's like your politician or your noble. He's the guy that's going to help change people's minds, and he's going to, like, you know, talk the talk and trying to like make negotiations, that sort of thing. On the flip side, you've also got the Seeker. Now, the Seeker is a really cool, if you like the base premise of Numenera, just on the title, the Numenera and the ciphers, and you love those powers and abilities and exploring and doing new things, then the Seeker is going to be just for you. It's all designed about exploring and taking advantage of the Numenera that you find and buffing up the different ciphers and abilities that you get. So if you've been wanting to play a class and you're tired of playing the 3 that are in the book, then now you've got 2 new options that you can do, in addition to all the number of foci and descriptors. Also, other big thing, you may have noticed if you've been reading, Monte Cook Games has been expanding the world of Numenera. They've been launching things such as Into the Deep, Into the Night, all these things that expand the world of Numenera past just the little tiny fragment that's described in the core handbook. But if you've been seeing this stuff and you've been like, I want to integrate this into my game, but I don't know how. I want to have my character tied to these things, but I don't know how. Well, Character Options 2 is going to give you that chance to do that. In fact, some of the foci even say that, you know, he's somebody that wanders into the night. You know, someone that may travel to other planets or other universes and that sort of thing. All sorts of options are now available with Character Options 2. I think it's a really cool book. It's really neat. It's fairly cheap. It's only like 20 bucks or so. The artwork's exquisite. It gives you more details and characters. There's all sorts of cool things in the book. Now, if you're someone that's relatively new to Numenera, like me, I'm only been in this for about 2-3 months or so, you could probably pass on Character Options 2. You've still got so much to dissect out of the core rulebook here that you could go a couple years before you would even need something like this. However, the game has been out for a couple years now, and like I said, if you're one of those people that loves the game, loves the system, loves the world that they're building, but you're trying to find ways of applying that to your characters, well then Character Options 2 should be for you. So I recommend you go out, check it out. I believe there's a sample on Monte Cook Games website that you can download and read through for free. So check it out and stay tuned for other great reviews, and I will see you guys next time.